All right, we're gonna go over arm drags. Let's do arm drags, setups. We'll do arm drags to shot, and then we'll just kind of roll around for a bit. All right, so we'll just go over a standard arm drag real quick. So if he's in a square stance, just give me a square stance. If I'm doing same side control, stepping with here, coming up deep, I'm dragging across my hip, right? And I'm looking to cut the corner and chase his hip, right? Right? The same concept works on his drag, but instead of stepping, I'm tripping. So when he goes drag, I'm tripping that foot out there to stop his momentum and going out, right? So just standard drag. Again, if he's in a square stance, if I go arm drag here, I go right to a shot as well, right? I don't always have to chase the corner. There's multiple ways of using the arm drag. You know, what's the point of me doing it this way? Think about the lines of defense, the head, the hands, the hips. If I'm here, I've already passed his 2 lines of defense, his head and his hands. And at that point, I'm attacking his hips right away, right? So how can I get him to touch me if he doesn't voluntarily do it? I can circle close to him to to force contact and then go. I can jab step. Right, see here how he defended? He brought his hand up. You can fake his step. So just get with your partner, get your stances together, right? And then get him to touch you. I'm going to come here. We're pulling down, all the way down to the ground, right? I'm going to pull all the way down to the ground. We're changing levels. We're going deep, cross here, opening up this window, and then attacking his hips. So one more time. Right? All the way down, back, attack. All right, get a partner, 1, 2, 3. All right, I just want to go over a couple details on this. So when you guys are dropping into this, like I said before, we don't want to let him get his collar tie set up super strong, because once it's under there super strong, it's not going to work as efficiently, right? In which case, you have to do other things, right? But there's other things. But if you can get it in motion, right, and combine it with a level change, so as he comes up, I'm anticipating him to grab me, because maybe I've circled close to him before, and I've dodged his stuff. So I've seen kind of what he's got going on. Woo, that's just muscle memory, my bad. But I see what he's got going on, right? I can kind of time when that hand is coming up, right? So when you guys are drilling it, it's okay to go okay, I'm stepping here, he comes up, I change levels, I slap down, come up, arm drag, create the window. Look, I'm driving into him right there. There's lots of things you can do that nice and slow, but once you've gotten that kinetic pathway built up, move around with it a little bit. Maybe just do that a little bit. You know? Right? And again, without Anthony, when you're in here, I'm changing levels with that clear. Get off my head, right? My arm is coming up. And I'm coming up, I'm driving. Like an airplane taking off. One more time with Anthony. Nice. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Woo! That looks slick.
That was good?
Yeah, that looked really good actually. let me go over a couple things real quick, one more time, and then we're gonna do positional rounds. Okay, so one thing just to be aware of, when you guys are in your stances and he tries to collar tie you, I do not want him to get on my head. That's the thing. You know, when you guys are drilling, you guys are being nice and you're kind of looking away, kind of like you would enter into a Russian, but that's really not what we're trying to do here. I really want to get his arm off of my head, and that's going to require some manly force. You know, you gotta be, you know, put some strength into it. It's okay.
I'm waiting for mine to come with a nail.
Right? It's okay. Like, get his hand off of your head, because chances are he's coming up with authority as well. You know, if he got a heavy club, it never feels good to you. So when he's coming up, I don't want him to do that, right? And I'm changing levels as I do that so I can immediately transition to my shot. Right? I'm already ready to penetrate. Another question that popped up was, what if he collar ties you with his lead leg hand? So if he collar ties me with his lead leg hand, that's great. I'm just gonna attack his lead leg. I mean, I'm not gonna do the arm drag at that point. If he just gives up his lead leg by posting with his lead hand, I'll power to him. I like it. I know, but if he postures correctly, you know, we'll be able to get him down. All right. Get in the groups of three. We're gonna go break, 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 drag, shoot. So it'll look like this: break, 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 drag, shoot. Right? Get up, and you trade off again on the other partner. So get in groups of three. 1, 2, 3.